Good morning, students. I am Pushkar Paritosh, and today we will start a new chapter resources. So, students, do you know what is resource? Let us start and understand everything available in our environment which can be used to satisfy our needs provided it is technologically accessible, economically feasible, and culturally acceptable can be termed as resource. So, students, now I think you have learned the definition of resource. We use different items, various items in our day to day life to make our life comfortable. For example, we use clothes, electric fans, bicycle, vegetables, furniture, etc. So these all have utility. A resource is an object that has utility or usability. Value implies worth. Resources may or may not have economic value. For example, utensils may have an economic value. We know that if we need utensils, we have to purchase utensils and they have economic value. But a beautiful landscape may not have economic value, but both satisfy human needs and are thus essential for us. Economic value of few resources can be made with time. Commercial value of home remedies of grandmother can only be made if they are patented and sold by a medical firm and hence become economically valuable. So the remedies used by us at our home, if they are patented and sold by a medical firm, they become economically valuable. Substances are changed into resources through two essential factors. The first one is time and the second one is technology. Time and technology are linked to the needs of the people as they are themselves the most important resource. So students, people are the most important resources because people use other resources, and with time they use technology to acquire those resources. So people are the most important resource. Resources are created by people's ideas, knowledge, inventions, and discoveries. So, students, we know this. If we need something, then only we can try to discover that need, try to invent something that fulfill the need. Each discovery or invention is followed by another. For example, discovery of fire is followed by cooking and other processes, while newer modes of transport are an ultimate result of invention of wheel. So wheel was discovered first. After that, we see that bullock carts were discovered. After that, many other modes of transport were also discovered. The technology to generate hydroelectricity has turned energy in fast flowing water. Now students, the next topic is types of resources. So do you know how many types of resources are there? There are three types of resources: natural, human made, and human. So first of all, we will study about natural resources. These resources are taken from nature and not much modification is generally done to them. For example, air, water, soils, minerals, all these are natural resources. These resources are used directly and are available free from nature. So students, we use air directly from the atmosphere. We use water which is present in the nature. We use soils directly. uh, the best use of these resources can be done through tools and technology. So we can use these resources with the help of technology, with the help of tools. Natural resources can be classified into renewable and non-renewable resources. So students, let us see the first one, renewable resource. Resources that can resources that get renewed or replenished quickly are renewable. Resources like solar and wind energy are unlimited and are not affected by human activities. So students, solar energy is unlimited, we know this. Wind energy is also unlimited, and these energies are not affected by human activities. Water, soil and forest are also renewable resources, but their careless use can affect their stock. So students, if we use more and more water, we use more and more soil, if we exploit forest, then these resources, the stock of these resources can be affected. For example, shortage and drying up of natural water sources, though it is a renewable resource, is a big cause of worry in several parts of the world today. So if we use water extensively, then the water table will go down and we have the shortage of water. Limited stock of non-renewable resources is available to humans. Thousands of years will take to renew or replenish these stocks. As human lifespans are less, resources like coal, petroleum and natural gas are considered non-renewable. So students, you can understand that these resources can also be renewed, but they take millions of years to be renewed. So they are termed as non-renewable resources. So coal, petroleum and natural gas are considered as non-renewable. Resources are distributed unequally as factors on which they depend, such as terrain, climate and altitude, varies largely over the earth. So students, we have seen this, that some resources are present in an area while other resources are not present there. So for example, coal is present in Raniganj, Jharia and you can say Chota Nagpur region, but that is not present in Bihar. So like this many other resources have unequal distribution on the earth. Now we will look at the other topic, human made resources. Students, the name tells us that what are human made resources. At times it is essential to change the form of natural materials in order to make them a resource. Until people learn to extract iron from its ore, it is not considered as a resource. Human-made resources like building, bridges, machinery, roads and vehicles are made by using natural resources. So natural resources are used to make building, bridges, machinery, roads and different things. Tools and technology are also said to be as human made resources. So tools and technology are also human made resources. Now we will go to the next topic, that is human resource. Human can make the best utilization of resources if they possess the skill, knowledge, and technology to do so. So we can say that human beings are a valuable resource. Human resources are people. So what do we mean by human resource? Human resource human resources are people. Education and health make people a precious resource. Developing the quality of people's skills in order to create a more resources is called as human resource development. So students, human resource can be more precious if they are educated, if they are healthy, if they have skills. So if we want to develop human resource, then we have to work on human education, human health, and their skills. A country always try to develop these things in human. Now students, let us go to the next topic, that is conserving resources. Students, as we know that these days resources are getting exhausted and we need to conserve them, as the future generations also need them. Students, we should not consider the resource as the gift of our forefathers. Instead, we should consider it as we have borrowed it from our future generation. After that, we can understand that we need to conserve the resources because they are very important for our future generations. Through resource conservation, we can save resources. We have to use them carefully and give them time to get renewed. Sustainable development means balancing the need to use resources and also save them for the future. There are several ways of conserving resources. Each person can help by reducing consumption, recycling, and reusing resources. So students, do you know recycling and reusing? Recycling means we can recycle the material, recycle the resource and use again. And reusing means we can use the waste material, the waste resources again and again. I am making it clear, students. Recycling, for example, metals can be recycled. Iron, gold, aluminium, these are metals and they can be recycled and used again by us. And reusing, for example, plastics, the waste plastics can be reused to make decorating things, to decorate our rooms and houses. The result will make a difference because all our lives are interdependent. So students, as we have learned that we need to conserve resources, but we also need to use them. For example, our population is increasing day by day, and the increasing population needs more food, they need more houses, they need they need more hospitals, they need more schools. So these should be built, and for this we need more and more land. We need more and more land to produce more crops to fulfill the need of the population. So students, how can we conserve the resource if we have to use them to fulfill our population's need? So students, we need to adopt sustainable development. Students, what is sustainable development? Sustainable development means development should not take place without damaging the environment, and development in the present should not compromise with the needs of the future generations. So students, we can develop, we can build schools, we can build hospitals, we can build roads, we can build railways, but we should not damage the environment. And another point is the development of the present should not compromise with the needs of the future generation. What does it tell us? It means if we need water in present day, it doesn't mean that we will use all water and leave no water for future generation. So students, I hope you understood the definition of sustainable development. Our ability to conserve and maintain the natural resources will decide the future of earth and humans. So we should ensure that sustainable use of all renewable resources, conserve the diversity of life on earth. Third point is minimize the destruction of natural environmental system. So students, we have to use renewable resources sustainably. It means we should not waste the resources, we should use them wisely. We should also conserve the diversity of life on earth. It means the earth has diversity in plant kingdom also and in animal kingdom also. So we should protect, we need to protect the diversity also, because if this diversity is destroyed, then the ultimate effect will be on us. For example, if we look at a food chain, and even if one species is removed from that food chain, the ultimate effect will be on us. It means we will be affected by that. So students, now we will look at few principles of sustainable development. All forms of life need respect and care. Quality of human life should be improved. Quality of human life should be improved means we can get those things that we need in day-to-day life. Now the next point is Earth's vitality and diversity should be conserved. So students, we have discussed already on this issue that we should protect the diversity of the earth, because the diversity The destruction of the diversity will affect human. Now the next point is we should decrease the depletion of natural resources. It means we should protect the natural resources. We should not allow them to deplete. Let us look at the next point. We should change personal attitude and practices wasting environment resources. So students, most of us have the practice of wasting environment resources. So we should not do like this. We should not waste our natural resources, and we should change our personal attitude. Next point is make communities to save their own environment. It means we should make the communities understand that we need to save our own environment. When the communities will understand that it is the need of the time to save our environment, then only we can conserve our environment and resources. So students, let us recap. Any material that can be used to satisfy a need is termed as resource. Commercial value of resources can only be made if they are patented and sold. Third point is resources are usually categorized into natural, human-made and human. It means there are three types of resources: natural resource, human-made resource and human resource. Next point is natural resources are used directly and are available free from nature. So natural resources are free and they are available in the nature. We can use them directly. Next point is natural resources can be further classified into renewable and non-renewable resources. So we have studied this. Resources that get replenished or renewed quickly are called renewable resources. For example, solar energy, wind energy. So these are the examples of renewable resources. Resources that take thousands of years to get replenished or renewed are called non-renewable resources. For example, coal, petroleum, natural gas. These are non-renewable resources. Next point, at times it is essential to change the form of natural materials in order to make them a resource. Tools and technology are said to be as human-made resources. Now the next point, human can make the best utilization of resources if they possess the skill, knowledge and technology to do so. So we can say that human beings are a valuable resource. Now the last point, there are several ways of conserving resources. Each person can help by reducing consumption, recycling and reusing resources. So each and every person can help to conserve our environment. We can insist the communities to understand the need of the time to protect the environment, to conserve the resources. Thank you. Have a nice day.